I do.
And if you please state your full name and spell it for the record.
Yes, it's Carrie, Kari. Last name Skinner, Skinnner. Excuse me. Good afternoon.
What do you do for a living?
I work for the City of Henderson Police Department as a detective.
How long have you been with the city of Henderson in total?
It'll be 10 years in January.
And in which unit are you currently assigned as a detective?
Robbery homicide.
How long have you been with robbery homicide?
It'll be almost 3 years and 6 years as a detective.
And prior to robbery homicide, where were you assigned?
Special Victims Unit.
And what does special victims unit entail?
Basically, Special Victims Unit will investigate anything to do with child abuse, sexual assaults, things of that nature.
And in homicide, do you respond to scenes with a team?
Yes, I do.
With regard to this particular incident, did you respond to a scene on August 7th, 2023 at 2698 Paladura Drive?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember around what time you responded?
I believe that was roughly 8:40 in the morning.
And did you respond with anyone else?
I did. My fellow detectives, one of them being Detective Ozawa.
When you responded to the scene, was it already static and shut down by patrol guys?
That's correct.
When you responded to the scene, did you immediately go in, or did you do a couple things outside before?
No, there's always a few things we do before we go in and do a walkthrough.
One of those a briefing,
Correct.
so you kind of know what's going on, what's happened before you got there.
Yes,
In addition to that, you need to get a search warrant, ultimately to search the home.
that's correct.
You mentioned a walkthrough. What does that mean?
So the on-scene supervisor has already gone inside with his officers. They've already had a little peek of what the scene looks like inside and what we're going to be dealing with, and they've collected information before we get there. That would be the field interviews of any on-scene witnesses, other victims, anybody that's relevant to the investigation, and then they will provide that to us, and then we go in and do the walkthrough.
During the course of your walkthrough, was it notable that there were some things missing from the scene,
Yes,
such as?
the decedent's head.
In addition to that, were any weapons found that could have caused his death?
Not that were glaringly apparent at that time.
Okay, sure. There were probably some steak knives in the kitchen, et cetera, but nothing that was within our scene.
That's
Jen.
correct.
Did you stay on scene there after the search was conducted?
I apologize. No, I actually went over to the secondary scene, which was on Porcupine Rim.
Okay. So when you go to Porcupine Rim, still on August 7th,
Correct.
did you respond there with Detective Ozawa?
Yes, I did.
Did you make contact with some individuals who were either witnesses or suspects?
At that time, there were some individuals that were persons of interest. However, there were some residual people that we needed to contact that were family members.
Okay. Were a couple of those family members two small children?
Yes, they were.
And with your specialized training and kind of history with special victims, did you make contact with them?
I did.
Did you speak to them?
I did.
Did you do it in a big formal interview setting, or just like kind of get on their level and talk to them as kids?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do what's called a child forensic interview, which is a very directed interview. It has guidelines for children, no leading or anything like that, and it has a very strict protocol on how you begin the interview, how you end it, and how you conduct yourself during that interview. Unfortunately, I was not able to provide that level of interview just based on the children's behavior at that time.
Were they kind of all over the place?
To put it politely, yes, they were very active young ladies.
Okay. Did you ask them a couple of questions, just kind of information gathering?
I did. There's a little bit of rapport building. What's your favorite toy? And they're involved. So you want to make them feel comfortable. There's a lot of strangers in their home. So I did my best to make them feel comfortable. And there was some conversations that were had with them.
Did you, did they specifically say anything about a person by the name of Deviere?
Yes.
What did they say?
They referred to him as someone that takes care of them.
Yeah.
They also referred to the fact, when in passing, as we were talking to them about being in the home, there were conversations being had around them, and it did come up that Deviere had watched them the night prior.
So Deviere had been home the night prior, according to the girls?
Correct.
Okay. At some point in time, did you have an opportunity, before the home is actually searched, to interview a person by the name of Devyn or Nikki?
Yes, I did.
What name did you know her by at that point in time?
At that point, it was Devyn.
Okay. Do you see that person in court today?
I do.
Can you please point to that person, describe something she's wearing today?
Yes, she's sitting over here at this table, and she's wearing a light-colored, looks like a floral blouse.
Would the record reflect identification of the defendant?
The record so reflects.
Did you record that interview with the defendant?
Yes.
And where was that interview conducted?
That interview was conducted inside Detective Ozawa's unmarked detective vehicle.
Your Honor, I would move to admit 619, interview number 2.
Any objection to 619?
No objection.
All right, 619, will you admit it?
And again, this is an interview conducted before going in to search Porcupine Room, correct?
That's correct.
It's August 7, 2023, approximately 15:08 hours, and my name is Dennis Dow, Detective Dennis PD, badge number 1531. Also here is Detective Skinner, badge number 2233. And we're here speaking again with Devyn Michaels. So you already kind of talked about stuff.
Yeah. So it's actually rehabbed, but we'll recap real quick, that last night when you left, the garage door was open on a couple feet, and it shut something underneath, and then exited out the front door and go around the road.
Yeah.
Correct?
Because everything else I took out the front door,
Okay.
and that was like the last thing I was doing.
Okay.
Is that your voice?
It is.
A little lighter. It sounds like you're a little further from the microphone.
Yes, I'm in the back seat of the vehicle.
Okay, and you said something to the effect of, we talked a little bit before this recording started.
Yes.
And then I believe what I heard was the defendant said she left the Paladura home and the garage was open, she slid something under it, and then she herself exited out the front. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, we're going to resume.
And then another thing that you and I spoke about is that you did notice some cleaning materials that they were downstairs by the bathroom and the laundry room.
Yeah.
And you tried to take a jug and it was not acceptable. It was
It was like this, and I think it was yellow.
okay. It was almost like a milk jug size, so a little bit smaller.
Yeah. I just, like I said, because I wasn't really paying attention, it was just random stuff that was all over the house. Like,
And it's a pretty clean house. Materials.
He usually cleans when he knows we're showing up. So, like, there'd be dog mess and stuff like that. So he tries to clean when we come home.
Job clean the house and even too, but nobody really per se clean and had a job. And then we also discussed that his ex was due to be in town anytime, and that last night the ring that he would wear as I was in the wedding ring, he said to you that he threw it away.
Yeah.
Okay. And
We kind of made a joke of it, 2 points, put it in the trash type thing.
okay.
So,
And then you call, it's Andrea, correct?
yeah, Andrea.
You can call her twice, but you're not sure if they're married or not.
No, I know they weren't married, but yeah, it was just,
Okay.
I did see something at the girl's back.
Just saying, right?
Yeah.
I know, like I said, they were together for a few years. Since 2018, I would say, so they first got together.
And when they broke up, she kind of moved around. You mentioned Arizona, Utah.
I think he's at Oregon one time.
And you believe that she's in Utah right now?
I think so. He says she does this like off the grid type of living.
Okay.
So,
But you're not really familiar with her because she said highs and buys to each other.
get that, yeah. Because it was kind of awkward talking to.
Your exes. And then the last time you spoke to him, as well as his mother, was last night, just before you left, so you were cleaning up like how the alcohol containers and stuff.
Right.
You mentioned putting a pina colada and a Jameson bottle in the fridge, and his mom had the way to steak.
Right, we were just like randomly cleaning up the different things.
And where was he?
Smoking in the garage.
Okay.
cigarettes in the backyard usually, and the marijuana in the garage. I'm not sure why the difference, but
So when you left, was he still up and waiting around, or was he?
in the garage.
Okay, so did you say goodbye to him and all that stuff, you pushed out the box?
And then I just went out the front door.
Was that it? You weren't sure what's going on?
Detective, is the defendant saying that when she left, Jonathan was up and moving in the garage?
Yes.
No, ma'am.
You don't say you're home here.
No, I went and picked up my daughter's prescription first.
Okay, so that's pharmacy.
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure we had it for her first day of school. Yeah, he was only in boxers when I left, because usually when I leave, he walks me out and everything. But since he wasn't really dressed,
And how would you rate his level of intoxication when you were away last night? Like if it's on a 10 scale, like 10 being the most ridiculous you've ever seen it, 0 being none.
no, I think he was buzzed, but I couldn't say he was way over the top now.
So maybe the middle somewhere.
Yes. Like, I've seen him much worse.
Okay, so he was washing.
But I know he was still drinking, so I don't know how much he drank after.
At any time did you tell his mom he was sleeping or just leave him alone?
I told her that I told him to go to sleep, but that was like when he was done to like sleep it off.
Upstairs.
Well, I think when she was done cleaning, she just, because we had finished talking and she went upstairs.
And you mentioned that while he said frequently you guys would come over and he shut the dog door so the dogs aren't begging for food or watches and stuff. And that gave that up last night.
Yes,
So when you left, do you remember if the dog door was still down?
I know the dogs were outside. I don't know if the dog door was still down because they do have that little flap. But they were outside when I left.
I just, it's talking to Deviere, so it's kind of just an odd dynamic, you know, that you guys have. So it was basically kind of confusing, you know, when we're talking to Yoko. It doesn't sound like she knows.
She doesn't know that we are married like that. She just thinks that we're still here because we don't really want everybody kind of in our business, and it makes sense.
Yeah. No, I get that. Just like I was saying, because when I talked to Yoko and I talked to you, it was like, that we didn't realize that you and Deviere were married, but like, you guys been married for 2 years, you said.
Almost 2 years, but Yoko does not know that.
But are you guys, talking to Deviere, it's kind of like, it sounds like you guys got married, but not because you guys like love each other.
You know, it's this convenience. Like, I have a lot of medical issues, and he's been taking care of me and the girls.
I guess, so what was your reason for getting married to Deviere?
Because legally, as my spouse, he has more rights and access to things than someone just as a random.
So like pick up prescriptions,
He
other
can
things.
do anything as my spouse. He actually, I had to go into a hospital in an ambulance, and he was the one that took care of all of that.
Okay, so are you guys like intimate together? No. Does he sleep in your room?
Sometimes, like, he'll fall asleep when we watch TV, but he usually sits on the couch.
And right then and there. So you guys aren't really, when you say married, you're not dating, and you're not doing stuff together, you're not intimate together, and things like that.
You know, and that's why John was okay, because John knew, and that's why he was kind of okay with everything and being able to move in.
Gotcha. And then, but Deviere is still, he's gonna have to move out, or he was gonna have to move out?
Deviere was not happy about it, and
Like, how does he come from?
and the idea was, John was not supposed to be moving in, but because of the situation going on with his mom and Andrea, he didn't really have any anywhere to go. So that's all he's doing this way. And I was not expecting him to do that this fast.
What do you mean?
We talked about him piecemealing and slowly moving things, and it went from a slow thing to everything got moved in one day.
Okay.
And it kind of cut Deviere
By surprise.
very quickly.
So that's what, because when you were talking about it earlier, you're saying that, yeah, he wasn't good with it, but he understood, like, when we're trying to figure out the dynamic of everybody, like, when you say you two are married, I'm thinking,
Yeah, married.
yeah, like you guys are in love, and you guys, everything, you guys are one happy family over here, and now you're bringing in your ex.
That's why we don't tell anybody we're married, because you automatically assume the word marriage, this is what you have.
Yeah.
But a lot of people get married for
No, I get it. I totally understand it.
and if you see my wonderful marriage, you will definitely understand.
And sorry to hear that. The issue and stuff. So,
When you called me, I was actually on my way to get an EEG, and
yeah.
I had to switch the schedule.
You said you went and picked up your daughter's prescription on the way home the fish day,
This morning.
or after you left the house, right? Well, which place did you go to?
At CVS on Cheyenne, Seagull. I have to receipt if you need it.
It was Cheyenne, or
Seagull, soaring balls.
Sorrels. And then after that, you just come straight home here.
Yes.
And then you don't remember what time you left?
No, sir, because I left and I went straight there, so I went and came here, so my receipt will say what time it was.
Okay, so we can check just the time. Just get like a time frame. It's like when you left the other house. So, I know you said you weren't sure exactly when you left. And then you were telling Tex Skinner that he was just in boxer shorts when you left,
Yes, sir.
and that was inside the garage.
Yes, sir.
And he left kind of slightly open because he was kind of airing that out.
Yes, sir, because I had popped his bag and he had his boxers on, and we were on the main floor and I popped his bag for him. So I know he had boxers on.
Oh, that was before.
He went out to smoke.
Okay. And then was he in the garage when Yoko came down?
Yes, sir.
Because Yoko thought that he was sleeping in
No, sir, he was in the garage.
she was in the garage at that
Because
time.
I told him to take a nap, well, not take a nap, but to sleep it off. So,
Because he was drinking and smoking. So he was in the garage when Yoko came down, and then you told Yoko what the plans were for today as far as like taking the kids and stuff like that. And then she went upstairs.
yes, sir.
And then what happened after that again?
I took like 2 more things out to my car and then I left.
But you were inside the garage with him though?
Briefly before I left.
What's on your face? He wouldn't answer me because his phone is here. His phone's been here all day.
Whose phone is that?
That is our dad.
What was it?
It's on the garage in front of our house.
Oh,
It got what?
Like it, sir?
yeah, we'll hold on to that then.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why did you go?
They're talking to me and you guys are being nosy in there. Please be careful. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Hey!
I know. So that should help you.
That's his phone. So that's his phone, you're sure?
May I touch it?
Do we know?
No.
Let's say. That's like. Got his own screensaver thing? You know his code by chance?
There's no book.
No code.
You just slide it.
Alright, is that typical thing he just leaves his stuff in?
Yeah, he just lost his wallet. a couple of days ago.
That's what I said.
Actually, yesterday.
He lost his wallet.
Yeah, he called me, do you know where my wallet is? And he sent a picture of it after he found it. So, yes, that is very
Typical. Okay. So you said you went, before you left, you went in the garage, briefly spoke with them, and then you went out the front door. And then when you left, was the garage still half open?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then after that, you went to the CVS on Cheyenne, and then from there you came to Trigger.
Yes, sir.
And was anybody awake when you got home?
No, sir. The girls were passed out, so was there, yeah.
That's it. Is there anything else? That's fair. So it's 3:22, and that's gonna end the
Detective, when the girls approached with that phone, did you observe anything of note on it?
Yes.
What?
There appeared to be, to me, apparent blood, and it was smeared on the screen.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to look at the screen and see if there were any notifications present?
Yes, I did.
Were there?
There were none.
If you receive texts or calls on your phone, your notifications show up.
Correct.
And that's kind of a common thing.
Yes.
So it appeared to you that there was no incoming activity to that phone if it's just sitting there all day.
Agree.
After that interview was conducted, did you and other detectives authorize a search warrant for the Porcupine Rim address?
Yes.
And then were you part of the search of the Porcupine Rim address?
I did enter in and assist at that point.
Okay. And ultimately, did you exit and then conduct another interview with the defendant?
Yes.
While you were interviewing the defendant the third time, or I guess the second time for you, but the third interview, were you getting updates live from other detectives in the home as they found certain items?
I was, yes.
And I'd move for the admission of 620.
Any objection to 620?
No objection.
620 will be admitted.
And I am going to play it, but before I get yelled at by the judge, I'm going to say we have to end at 3, so we might have to stop halfway through or partway
Okay.
through.
Sure.
Before you start to play the statement, Council Coach. This appears to be.
It is August 7th, 2023 at approximately 19:55 hours at night. Detective was out with Henderson PD, badge number 1531. Detective Skinner with Henderson PD, badge number 2233. And we're speaking again with Devyn Michaels. So, and just so you know, like, you know your rights, okay? Like I said, you're not under arrest, but I have to read your rights. We've been here for so long. We did this, okay? So, I know you said you want to speak with us, but I got to make sure that you understand your rights. And like I said, you're not under arrest, but I still have to repeat your rights because you are being detained, and we've been talking with you for quite some time, right? So you have the right to make sign, give up that right, and you say it can will be used against you for law. You have the right to speak to an attorney for answering questions, and an attorney present while you answer questions. You can afford an attorney will be provided no cost to you. If you decide to answer your questions now, you may stop at any time and speak with an attorney before question continues. If you decided to stop answering questions once we had the gun, all questions stop. So you understand your rights? So like I said, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And it's basically because we've been talking to you for so long today, and now we're doing a search warrant. You are being detained, but you're not under arrest, like I said. You're not under arrest, right? And I know this is all kind of just coming to a shock. Everything that's been going on, like I was explaining before, we have to make sure that we rule out every possibility. Okay? And so, like, with his phone right there, do you know how his phone got there?
Well, it's by the cigarette butt, so it looks like he was smoking and he put his phone down. You didn't see the cigarette butt there?
No.
There's
Is
a
it cigarette butt
butt.
over there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And sure, if you touch it, it'll be,
And he smokes cigarettes?
yes, sir, chain smoker.
Okay. When he was moving stuff, did he like cut his hands or anything?
Yes, sir.
Which hand do you remember?
I'm not sure, but he said on the table that has like the multiple parts to it, one of the parts came down and he said that like it took a chunk on his hand.
Like actual, did you see him bleeding at all?
No, he told me about it.
Did he have like any bandages on him after he told you?
I didn't see, he just told me, but it slammed down and
When did he tell you that?
when we were moving it into the thing, he said that it came down on his hand and it took like a chunk.
What do you mean moving into the thing?
When we were moving in the table, he said that the table had snapped down on his hand.
Okay.
And
Inside this garage right here?
yeah, he told me in the garage.
And which table inside the garage was it?
There's a white one that has multiple parts to it.
Do you know where it's at inside the garage?
And it's sitting right there.
Well, and then like when I go back in there and look at it,
It's the white table is like before you hit the before you get to the freezer, there's a white table with multiple sections to it.
so like
What am I missing?
well, your reactions are starting to elevate and be different from
I
the
don't
first
need
time.
to do that, but I'm getting scared
Okay, and what are you scared about?
because you're asking me did he hurt himself? And I'm going by what he told me. He said that when he was moving the table, because he loaded the truck by himself.
Okay. And so, I guess what is worrying you right now? You're saying, I mean, you've already told us
Nothing is worrying me, but I feel like,
things are pointing in your direction like you were saying earlier.
and like I said, I didn't load the truck. He loaded everything himself, and the lighter things I unloaded. If I have the camera system, you can see that he did it.
You guys already, what do you mean? So the camp system you took down, it was up before you guys left? That was like one of the last things you took down?
Yes, sir.
Where's that camp system at?
It's in the garage. I've showed it to him.
Oh, okay.
It's not right back.
And it's like the DVR and everything's in there?
I think so. He said it records.
Okay, and then that was recording you guys packing up right before
I
you
did
left?
not pack anything. He packed everything, sir.
I mean, that was what you guys packed. Was that the last thing you guys packed before you left? Come back here?
I didn't pack anything. He packed everything, but when I got back, he just tightened everything down and we left.
What do you mean when you got back?
When I left here, I went back to Henderson,
Mm-hmm.
got in his truck, and then we drove back here.
And so when you drove there, everything was already packed.
Yes, sir. Everything.
And then what time was that, do you think?
It was around 8:20, 8:30.
And then we got here, I think it's at 9:01 on his.
Okay, and then after you unloaded everything here,
We got
you
in
drove
his
back
truck.
over there.
Yes, sir. In his truck.
Nah, did you leave your vehicle over there?
Yes, sir.
Nah, why didn't you guys just both drive back?
Because he wanted to take his vehicle because of the trailer. He uses it for,
I mean, like, why didn't you just drive your car and he drove his car?
because he said he wanted to drive one car. I sat in the passenger side of his truck.
Well, that's what I'm just asking. I didn't know what was the reason for, like, because you were planning on coming back here at some point, right?
Yes, sir.
So, I was trying to figure out why, like, what
I
did
offered and he said we could.
you'd rather just drive
Yes, sir.
back and forth.
And then we went to the gas station and he put more gas in his car. And you could see us at the gas station.
No, which gas station did you
The
go?
Arco, we went to the Arco twice that day
Which one's that?
on Windmill and Eastern.
Okay. You went to the Arco, Windmill and Eastern after you guys left to get here?
Yes, sir.
So it might be between like 8 and 9 o'clock.
Oh, definitely. It was like beginning, like at 8:20 when we were leaving to head back here. And that's when I told you the Mountain Dew that he left was still on the gas pump from earlier that day. And I went over there and was showing him your drink is still sitting here.
And where was that at?
He left it on the gas pump the first time we were there.
Oh, okay.
You were asking, does he forget things a lot? Yeah.
He forgot his soda at that time. Okay. So we went back and looked at the video at Burlington. Do you remember anything else while you were there at Burlington? Like you said that you took Janae to the bathroom. Was there any time that you took both girls and you guys both split up?
I had, after we came out of the bathroom, Tamia with me, and then John kind of was walking around by himself. I think he went to the shoes.
Was that at the very, when you get there, I guess, when you guys arrive in Burlington, at what point do you guys break off to take her to the bathroom?
Immediately, like almost immediately, she was asking for the bathroom when we first walked in.
Okay. Did you guys talk to anybody when you first walked in?
Just the security guy at the front, and he said it was towards the back. And me and Janae was walking back there.
Okay, that's when you split.
Yes.
And then after you guys left, that's when she's saying that Jonathan and Tamaya were walking around,
Yes, sir.
and they were contacted by somebody at that
Yes,
point.
I did not see that person.
Okay. So the video at Burlington shows, or at least what my partner was saying when he was there, when you guys get there, you talk to the security guard, but then all you and Janaea and Tamaya basically split up from Jonathan at that point.
Tamia didn't go with us into the bathroom. I know that for a fact. It was just me and Janaea.
Did she follow you while you guys were going that way? Even though she didn't go into the bathroom?
I don't think so. I don't think she came with us that way.
Okay. As like I said, my partner he was at the Burlington factory, looked at the video, and that's what he saw. He saw once you guys get there, you talk to the security guy, and then you and your two daughters walk,
Okay.
and then Jonathan walks away from you guys.
I know when we came out of the bathroom, she was definitely with me because we were looking at all the little knickknacks, like towards the back of the store.
Okay, was she waiting for you right there?
I do remember when we came out, she was right there.
Right by the bathroom entrance? Or,
No, by the gate. She didn't go into the bathroom. There was like a gate blocking it off.
oh, okay. Was Jonathan anywhere around there? When you talked to Tamaya, how sure was she about what she said to you about the guy coming up to her? I guess, how did that come up?
It was like a matter of fact, oh, well, there was a guy that said something, and I'm not sure the exact words, but she brought it up.
Like, how did she bring it up?
There was a guy at the store that said, I'm coming after you, or I'm gonna get you. And she said that in front of me and her grandmother, so I was like, we were gonna tell you.
And so she just volunteered that information.
Yes.
Do you know, I guess, does she have any reason why she would tell you that?
I guess that's what she saw or heard.
Okay. And then after you guys split up after going to all those stores and you take the kids back here to eat, and then he goes back to the house to eat back in the house?
No, we left Vaughn's. We took all the groceries out of his truck, put them into my truck, and then he went in to eat, and then we drove. So we went back to his house after Vaughn's to switch cars.
And were 2 girls with you at that time?
Yes, sir.
And then when you switched cars, what happened after that?
I drove back here
And he stayed there.
to load up his car.
And then you dropped the kids back off here.
I left him here and I drove back there to bring the truck down to help him unload it.
Okay. Carrie, do you have any additional questions? Okay. So, at this point, I have to ask you, like I asked before, do you know what happened to Jonathan? Okay. Well, the way how everything's investigation is going right now, yeah, it's not a normal, not a normal type of investigation, right? So that's why we have to go at the different avenues of this, make sure that we investigate every side to this case. Okay, so that's why we're doing the search warrant here at this point. Okay, so that's why I'm asking you. Like right now would be the time if you know anything about what happened or you're involved in any way. Now would be the time to tell me. Okay, so we're not going around chasing, doing other stuff. Like if you knew someone that possibly did this but you're trying to protect them, or you knew something happened and but you're not telling us, now is the time that we need to know that.
My last thing I did was John. I was popping his back, and then he went to smoke. And while he was smoking, I was talking to Yoko. And that was pretty much the end. And then I finished loading. He told me which ones he wanted me to take, and then that was it.
Say that again, he finished loading with something.
No, he told me like the kids' Wii controllers. There's like little things that were light enough for me to take, and he was gonna load up the bicycles and bring them down because he was supposed to come down first thing in the morning for us to take the girls to school.
Okay. And when you guys were running around yesterday, what was, I always mispronounce his name. Deviere. What was he doing? Deviere.
He was here.
Did he work yesterday?
Sunday, no.
He doesn't work on Sundays.
Yes.
And was he home pretty much the whole day yesterday? Like when you came back here and had the kids, was he here at that time too?
Yes, sir. And then when we got home, he started cooking dinner.
Do you know when the last time him and his dad talked?
It's been a minute. They don't talk. John doesn't really talk to the majority of the people of the family, like, including his dad and everything like that.
Okay. And then who?
I'm sorry, so I'm
You want to turn it down? It's cold.
freezing.
You can shut the temperature down. Whose idea was it for him to move here?
His. He wanted to come here to be a family and help me and him under one roof with the girls.
Okay, and then was that up for discussion, or he just said, "I want to move with you," and then it was that was like a done deal?
No, I wouldn't say it was a done deal. It was a lot of back and forth with it. Like, we've been talking about it for months.
And did, Deviere, did Deviere know that he was coming?
Not yesterday, no. Absolutely not.
And, I mean, did Deviere know that John was moving in?
Deviere knew that John and I had talked about it. Deviere did not like the idea, but I did not know John was bringing all that stuff last night.
Gotcha.
We were supposed to just be moving like the girls' things, the bunk beds. I had packed up like all their old clothes, you know, like bags and bags of clothes I had packed up for them.
Okay. And what did Deviere and Jonathan talk about yesterday?
They didn't talk yesterday. Deviere had opened the door, saw that we were loading into the garage, and that was it. And then,
Oh, they never actually spoke to each other?
no, sir.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Deviere made it sound like he might have talked to him,
no, sir.
so.
When,
So he saw him, went back inside, and that was it.
yeah. I think he just opened the door because he heard noises. And just, I mean, I can't speculate, but it was just open the door and close it type thing. And then when I left, I just let him know I was leaving, and that was it.
Would Deviere have any reason to want to hurt Jonathan?
No, sir. No, sir.
You don't think so?
No, sir. I mean, they didn't get along perfectly, but no.
Anything like in the past that they've gotten into fights or anything like
They've
that?
had arguments, but nothing ridiculous, no.
Okay. Do you think Deviere would have anything to do with it? Or no? Why do you smile and say that? Shake your head no.
He's one of those types that things don't bother him. Like, you could be angry and everything like that, and he's always very calm and mellow.
And how upset was Jonathan when he found out that you and Deviere got married?
Oh, he was furious at first, but once he started realizing, like, with all the medical things and everything like that, John and I, we started talking again. We hang out. We actually go to birthday parties and like the 4th of July, we get all the fireworks with the girls. Like, we actually were building our connection again so we could have more time with our family.
And that's something that you wanted to happen also?
Yes, sir.
And then, because like, the reason why I ask these questions is as far as like him being the one that said that he was going to move here, is the way you guys make him sound is like he's very pushy and kind of wants to get his way when stuff.
Yeah,
right?
he definitely can be that way.
Like, was this something that he forced upon you? Like, hey, I'm moving back in?
It wasn't that he was forcing upon it, but I know he was having issues with Yoko, and she was trying to get him out of her house. Like the night, last night, she was telling me she still hadn't paid her any rent money. He owed her $200. She was saying, see if I could get his EBT card, so she could at least take the money off of that. So I know she was pretty
Upset at him for not being able to pay her back.
She said it had been years since he had paid rent. So, and I sat there and helped them talk to the car company to kind of get the payments back on track because he was falling behind with that. His phone was constantly being turned off for non-payment and things.
Do you think that, did he have any issues with Yoshida?
He said that they were basically using his EBT to live like a lifestyle. Like, they would go and get the fancy food and everything and kind of use all the money, and he didn't have it on the card.
That Yoshida and Yoko would do that?
Yes.
How upset did that make Jonathan?
Oh, they argue daily. Daily.
Do you think that Yoshida or Yoko would have anything to do to hurt him?
I don't see them being capable of hurting him. Like, I know they argue, but I don't see them being aggressive people. Like, I know Andrea had pulled a knife on him
But how long ago was that?
last year, I
That
think,
was last year.
from what I was told. I just know that he was trying to get out of that house as quickly as he could. And it was supposed to have been like a piecemeal type thing, and it went from a gradual thing to everything now.
Okay.
What about his relationship with his brother? And I guess with the other collective?
When I first met John, they didn't talk at all. And then they started talking briefly, and then they stopped talking again. Same thing with the dad, John. We talked to him briefly, but he didn't get along with the wife, so he said he didn't talk to him at all. Like, I've never even met JC. The whole time we were together, he showed up to the house one time to pick up Deviere when he first moved out here, and that was it. And JC lives around Cheyenne and Tenaya, so not that far. But he's never reached out to us or anything like that.
So I know that your marriage with Dev is on paper, but I noticed that you guys wear rings.
Oh, I bought this.
I know, but he wears a ring too. So if it's on paper, why are you guys doing the rings and stuff? And you got your ex moving in to
I
essentially.
bought the ring. I don't know. Rings aren't really significant. It was just part of the little ceremony that we did.
Rings are very significant in marriage. They're a symbol of a connection to another person.
We definitely have a connection. He's like my best friend. And he'll tell others I'm definitely his best friend. I've tried to help him. Like, he's gone through a lot. And so have I. And he actually saved my life, so I'm very grateful for him.
It's just, you understand how it looks, right? So I can completely understand when you need a medical power of attorney in a sense with a spouse. But to take it the next step and actually wear rings to show your connection to the world it is a romantic connection. It's showing that you're married to someone and that you have a respectful relationship with someone in marriage.
And we have a different, I would say, respectful relationship. But at the same time, John was like accepting of ours, so that's why he was moving out. At first, but that was like only like a couple of weeks, and then the more him and I talked, he was okay. And once you go back and look like at the text messages, you'll see like.
Okay, I wasn't sure what that relationship was, and like if this other stuff came out.
No, that he found out about it because of that. And of course he was like, pretty furious. But that was in October, and by November we were already on decent terms, and I was going over to the house to see the girls and everything by then.
So the caseworker talked to you about your family dynamic?
Yeah.
So you got brought up?
Of course.
Okay.
But yeah, John and I had already started working towards things back last November.
And then, I know after you left the house last night, you went to CVS, got her medication, and then did you try to contact John after you got home and into this morning?
Early this morning I did.
And that's when he wasn't answering, you were trying to figure out the school stuff, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because he said everything was loaded up, and then when I got up to start packing everything, I couldn't find any of it.
Okay. Oh, that's right, the school supplies, correct. Okay. So you're obviously contacting him. Now, how do you know that he does not have a PIN code on his phone?
Because I've used his phone when we couldn't get it to work, because for a long time, when I would call him, it would go straight to voicemail.
So I know his phone.
Okay, so you've been on his phone in the past. So one of the things that we noticed when we were walking up, we noticed the phone on the driveway. And then obviously went in and talked to you, we talked to your daughter, talked out here, the girls brought it over. When we looked at the phone, there were no notification messages to show that there was a missed call, a missed text. So I'm asking a direct question. Did you know that phone was there and did you look at it and then just forget about it or something?
No, there should have been, because on my phone, it shows,
Missed call, missed, or notification?
well, it shows delivered but not read. So it's showing that he's gotten them and he's not opening them up
Okay.
on my phone.
Mhm.
So I don't know about no notifications on his side.
Okay.
Mine's showing me this there.
Okay.
I don't know how
Does
his,
his show a red, like, does he have the
I don't know.
messages?
I know on mine, once he reads it, yes, it will say,
Okay. So on his phone, it should show red if you looked at his messages?
yes, just like Yoko says.
And back and forth, okay. Okay. And then he never said anything last night about not knowing where his phone's at?
We didn't talk about his phone, no. The only thing he asked me about was his wallet that morning.
Okay.
And you can look at it and it says, where's my wallet? And then I called him and I told him where I remember seeing it. And then like a little while later, he sends me a picture saying, I found my wallet.
Sorry, can you touch up? What kind of wallet do you have?
A little skirt thingy.
Like the clip where you put like the cards in there? Or?
Is it like a bifold wallet or?
It looks like it's about this, like a little square wallet.
Oh, okay, and does it, is there anything else in the house right now that belongs to him?
Yeah,
Probably
that
was.
belongs to him.
Anything, like, you said he found his wallet? And he found it where?
It was on the table, but he had cleared off the table, so all the stuff he had moved have been other places.
And then he had lost his wallet yesterday,
Yesterday morning.
and he was looking around for it. Did he, do you know where he put his wallet after that? Like, did he have it with
He
him?
shopped all day. He used it all day.
And is there anything else that belongs to him, other than the stuff that he brought over? Like, does he have any other belongings here, like clothes
Yeah,
or
there's a ton of stuff here now.
all of the stuff's here?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't, because his wallet wasn't at the house, Palladura. Do you know where it would be right now?
Yes, sir.
And then does he carry, like I know some people carry like their social security card, medical cards.
He gave me a social security card. He told me to hold on to it because it's very important. So that was in my purse, I believe I had
When did he give that to you?
yesterday.
Okay.
It's in a black plastic folding thing.
Okay.
He said it was very important for me to put it someplace aside.
So we were sent a picture from inside. There's a picture of his wallet with his ID that was in one of the drawers in your bedroom.
Okay, one of his old ones, because I have a lot of his old ones.
Oh, he had like an old,
Mm-hmm.
what did they look like?
I don't know, like I have all of his old driver's license, I had all of his old stuff.
Like, and then an old wallet with the driver's license?
Mhm.
How many do you think you have in there?
I think I have 2 of his licenses.
And then are they both in wallets or
Yeah, we have an old one of Deviere's as well.
in separate wallets? Or?
No, just in separate places.
Okay. Where was those other ones? Like the ones for Jonathan? Where did you keep those at?
In one drawer and Deviere's in a different drawer.
Which drawer?
One's in like my drawer with like some doorknobs and stuff, and then the other one's in like a nightstand for on the other side.
Oh, okay. And you think you have a couple of his driver's license?
I know I do, and I have them on my phone too.
Oh, did he? And why does he give you those, or why do you
I
have one?
don't know.
I know how it sounds, but he literally said, hold on to this because it's important. He literally said that.
About what?
Like the social and everything. And I have the EBT card, and you could see at the gas station, he handed me the EBT card and said, this is the code, and then he gave me the other one.
What's that?
I said, this isn't good.
Why did you say that?
Because he's telling me to do things, and you're asking me about it, and
Well, I mean, you're explaining it, that's why. That's
I
why
mean,
we're
you see
asking.
at the gas station, he hands me the card and says, hold on to this in case you need something. Like,
And
it's,
that's the EBT card?
yes, sir. It is at the gas station. You can see him hand it to me.
The Argo.
No, and not the Arco. There's another gas station on the Pecos one where we stopped, and I think, yeah, because he gave me the card and then he went outside to smoke a cigarette. But it's on the security camera. You can see him hand it to me.
Do you know which gas station?
I don't know the name of it. It's by the Burger King.
Burger King. Do you know where? Like,
It's
general
off the
area?
Pecos and Windmill. It's like right there. You can.
Pecos Windmill, Burger King.
There's a gas station right there. He was talking about the man that works there. He parks
Like
right.
on the corner?
He was telling me about the man that works there, and he sleeps in his car and everything like that.
What time do you think that was at?
That was after we unloaded everything. We went right there, and I got a Monster drink, and I don't remember what he got.
So right after you left,
When we got back to his side of town.
so coming back is when you went to that gas station?
Yeah.
So after, it'd be after 9 o'clock. And that's when he gave you his EBT card?
Yes, you can see him hand it to me, and he walks out the door.
So that's near his place. You said Pecos and Windmill? The Burger King?
Yes, sir. Like, he kept,
There's I think 2 gas stations. There's a Chevron right down the corner.
I think it's like a terrible hearse.
Okay, so there's Silver's there, and then across Candy Corner from that gas station is another gas station. I think it's a Shell or something.
I'm not sure the other one, but
It was next to the Burger King.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Please check the security. You can see him, and you can see him telling me the code and everything. I don't know why he was giving me things, but he was telling me to hold on to him and keep him safe. And that's what I was doing.
That was the social security card. What about his driver's license?
I've always had his driver's license. He's
The
always,
problem I have with that is that the driver's license found in the house is a current one. It's not a
but he
current.
just gave it to me.
I know, but he would need that for work. That's
He
why
has
I asked
another
you.
one.
You said that he gave you an old one, you had it in the drawer.
Well, no, he's given me old ones before. I have multiple ones. So you can look around the house. There's more than one.
Okay, and if this one's expired in 2025, that's gonna be his newest one. It's weird that you have his latest driver's license, and that it was tucked in a drawer.
Yeah, I put it away to keep it safe. It should be wrapped in like a whole bunch of bags, right?
Okay, do you understand that?
I understand, but I also have the social security. I understand, and that's why I'm like, it's just getting weirder and weirder. It's like I'm doing things that help, and it's not helping me. I got it.
Well, yeah, is that just being able to explain some of the stuff? That's all we need is
I'm
explanation.
trying to explain it, but the more I'm talking, the more it just sounds really stupid. And
Especially a driver's license, that doesn't need to really be kept safe. But
No.
a social security card or birth certificate,
Yeah.
I completely understand. Especially if somebody is transitioning in their life and they're wanting to find a new place to live, you want your important papers.
but I don't know what else was in it. It was just a lot of things.
Okay. But it wasn't his wallet, he didn't hand his wallet over to you.
No, it was a lot of things. Like it was like a square thing he handed to me, and then a black box. What are those called?
but not his wallet. You know what his wallet looks like, you saw him pull it out to purchase
Yeah.
things. So he had his, so when we find his wallet, it's gonna have his driver's license and his cards. Okay. I just don't know why someone would give a driver's license to someone. But not, he didn't give you a
I
driver's
always,
license.
when John and I were together, I had everything. He had me hold on to it so he wouldn't spend money needlessly and things like that. Like, he's like, hold on to this. And
Yeah, but you guys don't have that relationship right now.
we actually were,
So you're closer than we thought.
yes. I went,
Are you?
he asked me to marry him yesterday.
And just can we know what time this is? I apologize.